So when it comes to fraction computation, students come up with some pretty common misconceptions that seem to stem from extending whole number ideas to fractions. However, what they're really extending is whole number procedures to fraction procedures. If they extend the whole number conceptual understanding to understanding how to add, subtract, multiply, or divide with fractions conceptually, the meaning actually doesn't change. So, for instance, a common misconception that students have is that they might add, let's say they have the problem 1/4 plus 1/4. They might add these together and get 2/8. And so where does that come from? Well, they've been taught, for instance, if they have the number 14 plus 14, that they line them up so that the numbers line up with one another. They may or may not know that that means they're lining up by place value. They line them up and then they add digits in the same place. So they've learned this procedure. However, if they've learned it conceptually, then you can make some pretty cool links for them here. So for instance, instead of thinking of writing it like this, I can rewrite 14 as 1, 10, and 4 ones, and 1, 10, and 4 ones. And when I do it like that, if I think about it like this, then I get 2 10s and 8 ones. And when I combine those together, the ones plus the ones doesn't give me 2s, and the 10s plus the 10s doesn't give me 20s. Rather, because it's the unit, it stays the same. Much like if I had a basket of 3 apples and 2 bananas, and you had a basket with 1 apple and 3 bananas, when we put them together, we'd have a new basket with 4 apples and 5 bananas. Because those fruits are our units, much like the 10s and 1s are our units. So what are our units here? Let's think about that. So I have 1/4 plus 1/4. I can rewrite that as 1/4 plus 1/4. Now the connection to units is a lot clearer because I've written fourths as words. And I can see then if I have 1/4 over here, 1/4 over here, I'm going to end up with 2/4 overall. So by connecting to the idea of units and combining like units, I can make this more explicit for my students, and then they can rewrite it as 2/4. This is how it connects to addition. You can see how then that would easily connect to subtraction. We'll talk more about multiplication and division later.